All right, we're going to talk about a lot of things on here. Really the general idea. Raise your hand if you are an AWS customer. Awesome. Yeah, and a partner. So raise your hand if you're a partner. Oh, interesting. All right. So about half of you said that you're a partner and you are kind of like, the impetus being that you're looking to figure out how to align with AWS customers and to understand the selection process that customers go through. The other half of you, it's like almost an even 50-50 split, are saying, hey, I'm a customer. AWS has over 160,000 registered partners. It's a needle in a needle stack. How do I find the right partner? Everyone loves a good graph at the beginning of their presentation. It's either a graph or a quote. I went with a graph. So as you can see, the idea here is that spending for security and data privacy is growing at a higher rate than security spending overall. So like as a piece of that, the cloud security is growing faster, right? And actually, it's not on the slide, but I saw a graph the other day that cloud security IT spending is growing at a 3 times rate of the rest of, I'll stay behind the speakers, as the rest of IT spending, right? This is where the money is going, and it used to be that in order to actually sell IT services or to sell security services, you had to get the IT buyers to have the conversation because they're the ones that are actually assessing the risk and making some of those decisions. Let's jump in with an example. Trend Micro jumped in and helped out Banijay Benelux from a ransomware issue. Trend Micro is one of our validated security competency partners. And not just security competency, but level 1 is MSSP as well. So they're able to provide that threat detection incident response to identify when things go bump in the night, but they're also a specialized partner within the level 1 MSSP competency to provide the incident response and forensic analysis once things do go bump in the night. They were able to get this customer back up and running, essential systems, in 3 to 4 days. If you are going a week without payroll, your accounting system's down, you are in trouble. So we're starting to talk about how does a breach impact the business. You have got to get back up and running as quickly as possible. We have validated partners that can provide those services and get you back up and running. Some of those partners are you guys sitting in the audience right now. The needle in the needle stack. How many of you guys, Where's Waldo when you were a kid? Yeah, like all of us, right? I'm 40 years old and I still love Where's Waldo. Marketing killed it with this slide, guys. Boom. There's Waldo. So within specializations within AWS, we have kind of a program team within AWS called the specialization team. And this group of individuals kind of build like the framework and foundation of how we do competency, how we do service ready, service delivery, all of these different types of partner programs. So think of it as kind of a matrix that the specialization team offers within AWS. Service ready is going to be focused on ISV partner offerings, software offerings that have validated integrations with native AWS services. Service delivery will be service partners that can provide consulting, professional services, or managed services specific to a product. So if you need help with AWS WAF, I need partners with validated integrations with AWS WAF. Let's take a look at our service-ready WAF partners. If you're saying, hey, I need help, WAF isn't a good example here because WAF is super easy to get up and running, but like something more complicated, I have this service that I need to get up and running. Find a service delivery partner that can help you get that running. Competency is a bigger umbrella. Competency is not aligned to a single service, it's aligned to an outcome. So within competency, we could have an industry type of competency. We could have a use case like security. We could have a workload-based competency. And this covers not just a single ISV or consulting type of partner, but really a broad range of partner types. And then we have the super cool one at the end, managed service provider. And this is partners that are able to provide really like turnkey solutions for AWS customers across a broad range of capabilities, not just security. Why AWS customers choose AWS specialization partners? True story. I'm not making this up. And this is like what made me a believer. My first week at AWS, I came in to own and lead the level 1 MSSP competency. And that first week, one of the largest companies on the planet was looking for an MSSP, and they have a massive RFP process. Built into that process was a requirement that the provider doing the managed security services had to be a level 1 MSSP. They wanted, this is not a joke, they wanted to include a partner that wasn't in the MSSP, but it was still a requirement. So they were like, hey, partner, company, MSSP, you actually need to apply for the level 1 MSSP, get accredited before we will allow you to provide services to us. So these are some of the largest companies in the world that are mandating specialization, which we just looked at, into their purchasing decision through RFPs and other processes. All right, let's dive a little bit into one of these specializations. We talk about service ready, service delivery, competency, and managed service providers. Oh, it's running on without me. I'm not very good at clickers. The first one is going to be security competency. So let's let it run. We have these use cases, these categories within the security competency. So partners are validated against very specific things. Level 1 MSSP, validated against very specific capabilities. And then cloud operations, observability, financial management, cloud governance, validated against very specific categories and use cases. AWS built in our partner offerings built with native AWS services that automatically configure and deploy. Let's take a look at another customer example. Wiz. How many of you guys have heard of Wiz? Everybody, right? They jumped in to help Blackstone. That they needed a solution, right? This again comes back to that decision-making process before things go bump in the night. And if you're not familiar, Blackstone is one of the world's largest alternative asset managers and invests capital on behalf of pension funds, large institutions, and individuals. So like, huge company, right? But they needed someone to step in and provide a solution that's going to provide deeper understanding of its security posture with an ease of deployment. And that's where Wiz really stepped in. Wiz is validated within the security competency in the application security category and aligned to a very specific use case around cloud security posture management. They also help our customers to achieve GDPR compliance. Compliance is continuing to be a driving factor in the decision-making process for AWS customers to pick the right provider, right? Compliance will always continue to push security in like the bare minimum bar. And at the other side of that, we have security posture. All right, so how do you connect with AWS specialization partners and this like massive lattice that we've talked about with security competency? You have these categories like identity protection, you have data protection, you have application protection. Within each of those, you have specific use cases. How do I navigate this? Where do I go? Where do I start? It's all public information. So partners in the security and level 1 MSSP competencies are published on our website. How many of you have ever used the Partner Solutions Finder? A couple of you guys. All right. Well, hey, if you haven't used this before, this is an awesome, awesome resource. You can go, like Marketplace is amazing. You can go identify like 100,000 different offerings within Marketplace. But the Partner Solution Finder will tell you which partners have validated offerings within the categories. So I would recommend starting here because maybe what you're looking for doesn't have a Marketplace listing yet. You can still find those partner offerings here. And again, these are the categories that we talked about. Security, again, is going to be partners' abilities to help you deploy application security within your environment. Threat detection, incident response, that's near and dear to my heart. I come from an MSSP. security operations and automation. So as an example, within security operations and automation, you're going to find consulting partners that can help you build and operationalize a SIM, a SOAR, automated detection. As a use case, you will find ISV partners that offer SIMs and SOARs and those types of things. So threat detection and response. You'll find like MXDR offerings, things like that. You won't find MSSPs in the threat detection and incident response category of the security competency. You'll find service providers that can build this for you. That was exciting. I don't know what that was. The turnkey MSSP offerings are going to be in the level 1 MSSP competency. So that's kind of a distinction that may help you out. On top of that, the AWS Marketplace and certificates identify partners with specializations. So if you're a partner and you want prioritization and like additional differentiated visibility within the marketplace, if you have the security or level 1 MSSP competency and you're participating in vendor insights, you get this super cool special badge within the AWS Marketplace that says you have this offering, this very specific offering is a AWS validated offering. And that's the collection of those partners. So again, we're trying to find ways to like take 160,000 partners. We have a huge number of customers and map these correctly from one to the other. Do so at a scalable rate through the use of programs and scale mechanisms. And sometimes these programs and mechanisms overlap. And so that's kind of what we're doing in order to narrow the aperture for our customers in identifying which partners meet their needs. Again, vendor insights, if you're not familiar, I kind of touched on that briefly. It is like a self-attestation from the partner on what compliance regulations they've achieved. So if they have like SOC 2, it'll say in their vendor insights profile that they are SOC 2 compliant. So if you're a highly regulated customer, that's like super helpful. It's like kind of cross-hatching the compliance requirements that you have along with the security offering validation that the customer has or that the partner has. All right. So I talk really fast and I'm zipping through this, but I want to give you guys some resources before I depart, before we all head to a plane. I think happy hour is like, I'm so happy. It's coming up quick. But we have our security competency partners listed right here. If you are a customer and you're looking for a security partner, this is 100% where I would start. This is where our largest customers start. From there, I think there are 197 unique security partners in the security competency. Don't quote me on that. It's publicly available. You guys can all look it up. And then level 1 MSSP, that bar is super high. I love that program because it is so hard to get into. I think there are 66 different partners in the level 1 MSSP. There's got to be 1 billion MSSPs on the planet. So it like really, really narrows it down. That program is super hard to get into, guys. To get in, and Nick's like, it almost killed me. We appreciate you taking the punches, buddy. So level 1 MSSP competency, security competency. Again, AWS Marketplace. It's kind of like what tools do you have at your fingertips as a customer and seeing which of these partner offerings exist on the marketplace and have that extra special little badge of validation. And then solutions. There is a whole separate place where you can see this partner and all of the offerings that they have in our solution space finder. All right. How many, now next question, how many of you are at a security partner account that does not have the security or level 1 MSSP competency? Yes, I love it. So we want to get you guys in. We want to put you in front of customers, and we want you to see all of the benefits of these programs. Where do you start? Where do you go? What do you do? Step 1, enroll, register to be a partner with AWS. Enroll in the services, software, hardware path. You're probably somewhere along this journey already. Fulfill the criteria to get to the validated stage. I wish I could say it's like these 3 checkboxes, but it's actually different for each path that you pick. So it really depends. And it's really just a flight plan from here. Download the validation checklist from AWS Partner Central. The validation checklist is a set of technical, Nick's like, oh yeah, he's like flashbacks, war stories here. It's a technical and operational validation. So when someone asks, typically they say, hey, what are the requirements to get in? The first thing I do, I grab the validation checklist, I slide it across the table, and I go, read this little bad boy. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty thorough at the same time. When you get to the validated stage with your offering, it's a matter of filling out that form, providing some case studies. Like, we want to hear about the customers that you have helped with your offering in the past. Get through the case study process. Take a look at your offering through a technical validation and operational validation. It's thorough. Like, I really don't want to soften that. This process is exceptionally thorough to achieve competency, because at the end of the day, when you achieve competency, you have AWS's stamp of validation. And again, that's a really, really important thing. It's not easy. I recommend everybody go through it. And at the end of the day, we always find something. Thierno is one of our technical validators. Thank you, buddy. We always find something that is like, hey, I want to dive deep on this piece. Or, did you think about actually doing it this way? I can't tell you how many design wins we get out of these validations, where we actually come alongside our partners and go, hey, I see you did it this way. I would love to work with you in architecting this a little bit different based on like foundational technical reviews, well-architected framework, and all of these different things. Let me help you with this. It's a great opportunity to work with our technical teams on your solution if anything comes across. And I think like most times we at least have more questions about something. Thank you, guys.